Good afternoon, guys. Disappointed in the result yesterday. Taking on a really good football team. We were right there till the very end, and still we're all of the opinion that we did not play our best game yet, and we're still chasing that. Great opportunity for our team this week, starting divisional play, first of 6 opportunities. These road division games are very, very critical to the overall landscape of your season. There's still our whole season, in my opinion, is still out in front of us with 12 games to go, including half of those being in the division. And guys are back at work today, and we'll continue to chase improvement every single day and continue to try to hone in on the areas that we have to improve, which are very obvious as of this point. Just giving you guys a little injury update. Justin's still going through the evaluation process on that hamstring strain. I'll keep you guys posted on what that timeline may look like and how his availability may be for this week or moving forward. Caleb Evans had a leg contusion. We'll see how he progresses. Hope to have him throughout the week. And then Lewis should be back and pretty close to a full workload and progress towards joining us active on the game day roster again this week. And then as far as Nick Mullins, we decided to hold him out and continue to evaluate his low back injury, and we'll be kind of assessing that over the next couple days, whether we decide to make a roster move there or give him, based upon the timeline of what that looks like, to get him healed and see where that goes.
Kevin, with Justin, is he seeing people outside the building, or is he just going through tests here?
I think there'll probably be a couple different opinions on it, but we got to get, the MRI of it and take a look and find out exactly what it is, where it is, if there's any other factors that go into it, and determine what the best decision for him to get him back to, 100% as fast as possible. But, he's down today. He obviously is one of the most ultra competitors I've ever met, and he was trying to go back in the game as it was yesterday. So we're going to have to medically make a good decision and help, kind of almost protect him from himself a little bit in a way where we got to take care of him and get him back to 100%.
So he wanted to go in the game yesterday?
It probably wasn't going to be possible, but he was trying to figure out a way.
So was it just that it was serious enough that it was not he wasn't going to be able to function, or what was sort of the decision?
Yeah, I think Kevin, based upon strength and kind of the initial diagnosis, the best they can do with a soft tissue injury like that, it was determined that we would rule him out.
Kevin, when you have a guy that is that ultra competitive and you have to kind of protect him from himself, How hard is that for you?
Well, I think it's hard when you're kind of a competitor yourself, and that you start asking yourself the question: at what percent is having him out there still give us the best possible chance to win? And that's not the way to go about it with a player of that kind of importance to our team, our organization, everything we want to do. The goal now is to get him healthy as fast as possible and give him the great resources and treatment that Tyler, Uriah, and our group offer.
With him, or with hamstrings in general, do you look at it as something where a player has to be 100% before they go back out there, or is there kind of a threshold where they could be not completely healed and still go play on?
Yeah, I don't know that. I really that's a really good question, and I think it maybe a lot of times depends on what that player's job may be. A wide receiver running and the way he runs and the way he opens up, and every single play seems like he's running full speed and exploding off the ball. To be determined on all that, but we're going to do what's best for Justin and make sure we give him, the treatment and a plan that is a big picture positive for him.
Are you optimistic for this week? Have you been given reasons to be optimistic?
I have not really been given, reasons either way yet. Just kind of got done talking to the team a little bit ago. Those guys are in meetings now. I'll go get with our medical staff and kind of work through kind of the next phases there.
You mentioned areas of improvement in your opening statement. Just where does your mind begin when you consider those?
Yeah, I think, we still, I believe we're have 12 giveaways now, -9 on the turnover differential, which is saying something knowing we've lost to 4 teams that were in the playoffs last year, but our, that -10 point differential tells you that you're a possession away in, all these games. And what do 1 or 2 or 3 of these games look like with an opening drive touchdown against the Chargers, or an opening drive touchdown yesterday against the defending world champs, like teams that you can't give things to. We've got to stop giving away the football, and that's been emphasized and will continue to be emphasized in whatever we have to do. But there is nothing more important than when a Minnesota Viking has the football in their hands right now in any phase. And if we can get our hands on it defensively, the same thing goes for them as well. I think it's just that's got to be the starting point for us leaving the locker room on game day till the time we get back on the plane to go home after our game this week, is a mentality that there's nothing more important than that.
Kevin, how do you, obviously don't want to fumble, but what do you make of just the inability to recover them? Is that just like the way the ball bounces? Is there a skill involved there?
No, I think one of the factors really, specifically talking about yesterday, is that's off of an 18-yard gain, and there's only so many players down the field in that area. TJ's against the Chargers was off of a 8-yard completion on a 3rd and 7 in the high red zone, where we've kind of by design dispersed people around the field to try to make sure that we've got eligibles for Kirk in zone or man coverage. So I think that's part of it, but yes, we're continuing to, emphasize getting, just like we do on defense, getting 11 purple hats to the ball. We want to see finish and strain out of everybody to have more, population at the ball, not only to help, Vikings picking up Vikings after a gain of 17 or 18 on the first play of the game, but to be there in the case of emergency. And my hope is we don't need to rely on that here too much moving forward, but a positive was we, played the next 59 and a half minutes or so without putting the ball on the ground. But it was a, critical play to really start the game exactly how you don't want to start against that football team.
Kevin, sure, any loss bugs you, but how much does it bug you even more that you're losing all these home games?
Yeah, it's tough. You're exactly right. They all hurt you, but playing at US Bank Stadium is such a genuine opportunity for us to have a home field advantage. I believe we have the best fans in the NFL. I believe our game day environment is second to none, both from what our staff puts on there, but also what our fans bring. And quite honestly, that's one of the most disappointing parts about it is not winning in that setting, knowing that, how important it is to us as a team to win football games at home. And, we're going to get some other opportunities this year and continue to work, whether we're on the road or at home, to getting it done.
Has it felt to you like most of TJ's opportunities have come just contested? And has that surprised you at all?
I think it's, it's one of those things where kind of some of the ones that really glaring jump out, that last play against the Chargers, an early 3rd down yesterday, some balls down the field. I think it's kind of a nature of maybe how we're being defended a little bit. He is a focal point for the defense, but yeah, we've got to continue to try to get him in some spaces and maybe throw the ball in some places where, we don't have to, always make him, extend, and he's working the middle a lot. He's as a tight end, and that's kind of, it's tough sometimes, but TJ will be the first one to tell you maybe he can finish a couple more plays, and I'm sure I can call some better plays for him, and Kirk can put him in some spots with some throws, so it's a collective group thing for sure.
Kirk was talking a little bit yesterday about it felt like his ball was high quite a bit. Mechanically, as a quarterback, are there things that you work on? I mean, it's not like a pitcher in baseball, obviously. It's more varied than that. But are there things that you work on to try to dial in location as a quarterback there?
Yeah, I think it's just base balance, body position, and then if you do get sped up, either by the rush or just by the early on feel of the game, just trying to get on top of the football and finish your throws in a way where they're not high, kind of high heaters, because those are tough catches no matter where you are. And, I think as the game kind of went on, he settled in a little bit more. But kind of the way the coverages were presenting themselves, playing a little bit more of like a Palmsy quarters. There are going to be some underneath defenders that you feel, and you really got to try to locate the ball away from defenders and still give your guys ops to make a play on the ball. And just a couple tough ones there. I mean, they brought a good pressure on TJ's kind of, I think it was the first or second drive there. He red zone op, and just out of his outstretched hands. But could we just be a little tighter with that throw? Could TJ be a little tighter on the route? 3rd and 7 right there. It's an 8-yard route. I think it ended up being right around 10, 11 yards on the target right there. So can we just tighten everything up just a little bit more? And that kind of goes in line with, can we just do a little more, do it a little bit cleaner, do it a little bit better, a little bit more detail, a little bit more urgency on everything we do. And it starts with me, and I'm going to be driving that, minute to minute here.
Kevin, you talked about it yesterday, but if Justin misses some time, what is your level of confidence in the pass catchers you have kind of beyond him?
Yeah, I'm very confident in that group. I think Jordan had a huge game yesterday. Could have been even bigger, and quite honestly, there were some ops out there for him, and he'll continue to thrive. The big thing for him now, and KJ, and really the rest of our receiving core, our tight end group, CJ as the fullback, like how can we continue to activate a lot of the things when a lot of our pass game has really been built around so much coverage being deployed to Justin. We got a lot of double teams yesterday, a lot of physical play at the line of scrimmage for him that quite frankly opened some things up for some other guys. And whether people decide to play us a little bit more straight up or true, how we run it, maybe against some looks that quite frankly we don't get a whole lot. All that will really kind of work together to marry the run and the pass, and then we've got to find a way to find the best matchups we can on 3rd down in the red zone to try to score. But I'm very confident in our group, and I thought the pass pro yesterday, for the most part, against a pretty elite group, getting after the quarterback was pretty good. I know we had the one, quick game, where Jones got home pretty quick there. But quick game, you're calling that, hoping just kind of extension of the run game, get the ball out type thing. But I thought for the most part, those guys up front really used a lot of the help we gave them on the edges. The backs were great, kind of internally helping. And that'll help those matchups go win when Kirk's got time to really see the whole field.
Last one.
When it comes to Addison, I mean, he just hasn't really looked like a rookie, at least in the games.
No.
What do you think has made for that quick transition for him?
I think the thing that jumped out really yesterday was just how fast he was playing. I don't know if you guys felt that as well, but it's just no matter what he was doing, he was running and he was going. He was getting on edges, running away from coverage. Even his touchdown, that's just a great example of playing fast and getting to the void, not necessarily having it present itself. It jumps out at you at the snap, he's going to run to that location. Kirk knows he's going there. Jordan knows he's going, but how fast he did it, avoiding contact. I think he's improving, avoiding some of the physical play that young players tend to get, in their first few weeks in the NFL, throwing off their rhythm and timing. He had some good releases yesterday. And then just catch transition. He's 4th down play there early on in the game, really elite level route on kind of a snag route. Catch transition, gets us 5, 6, 7 more. The catch on the 3rd and long down in the 3rd and 9 down in the red zone going the other way. I mean, he's getting maximum yards after catch, elite catch, hands catches, so many things you like about receiver play. He does so naturally, and he's just improving every opportunity he gets, and really excited about Jordan. Lucky to have him.
Thanks, everybody. See you a lot. Thanks.